That's funny. So, ladies, we're talking about skin and hair tonight. And if you've got any products, any tips, I'm going to share mine. I've got a lot of things. How many of you have had your skin and hair change? It's snowing in Indiana, Bonnie said. Whoa, whoa. How many of you had your hair and skin change during perimenopause and menopause? Man, it's something we do not talk about, girls. My hair was turning loose. My hair was getting real thin. Not only that, it's got like fuzzy, like it's not, and then I bleach it, but my hair is like a light brownish color now. I guess it's like a dirty blonde. I've been a blonde my whole life, but it's like dirty blonde and gray. And so now I dye it all the time. And when she puts highlights in it, and it just fries my hair because my hair is so fragile. So it breaks off all around my face and stuff like that. Some of y'all have really thick hair, and then some of you are probably struggling like me. I mean, I'm telling you, they struggle. I try not to curl it with heating products very much, and I have real fine, thin hair anyway, so it makes it rough. But I want to share with you guys, and if you have any hair tips, I would love to know them because I have the finest hair. My hair strands I have a lot of them, but they are so fine. I mean, they are just, if you just go like that, they just break off. My stepmom's hair, I mean, you can just yank it like this and it won't break. I'm like, what the heck kind of hair is that? I wish I had thick hair, like, strands. My strands, probably one of my strands is takes 10 of mine to make one of hers. It's weird. So anyways, I have real thin hair. But we're going to talk about that tonight. We've all seen those changes. It has to do with hormones and different things. And I did a video on hair loss. And I'm not going to talk about just hair loss tonight. So there's that video. And I'm going to send it out to everybody because it happens. And, as our testosterone kind of goes up and our other female hormones kind of go down, it wreaks havoc on our hair. And one thing that I did, because acne too, I'd never had acne in my entire life. And then I turned 45 and it's like, hello, girl, you're going to have acne. Like, what the heck is that about? And so at 45, I started getting acne and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know how to deal with it. I tried to deal with it in traditional ways, as you do when you're a kid, and that stuff does not work for hormonal acne at all. One thing that has worked for hormonal acne, and is the only thing that I have found in my journey, is a pill that my doctor gave me. And I honestly, I'm so thankful for it. It also has some side effects, but it is called spironolactone. And my doctor gave that to me. And, I was getting greasy T-zone really, really bad, and hormonal acne. And I know that's a prescription, but I'm not going to talk about that long. But I'm going to tell you, I am so thankful for it. And it is not made for acne. It is actually it helps you get water off your body. And I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, it helps you with your acne. And
it's a diuretic. Sorry,
diuretic. Thank you. Go, girl. Thank you. And it also helps with your hair. So the thinning of your hair, it counteracts the male hormones that we have kind of raising up as we're going through menopause. It counteracts that some, the androgenic hormones. Okay. And so it helps with that. So it has been a very big help to me, although it did not get rid of my acne and my hair loss completely. It actually helped a lot. Another thing for hair loss, and I'm not going to go any more into this, but you heard of minoxidil, probably. You do not have to have a prescription for that. You can get minoxidil off of Amazon. You can order it. It really does work. My stepmom actually uses it, and I had mentioned it to her. But here's the thing with minoxidil, you do not want to get the women's version of it. You want to get the man's version of it. You need the 5% of that. You do not want the lower percentage that's made for women. The 5% works, but you do have to use it every single day. And if you do not, your hair loss will go back to where it was or where it would be, according to studies. So you have to use it. But I'm going to tell you, it is a blessing in so many ways. So between spironolactone and things like that, there is a lot of help out there as far as that kind of stuff goes. But I'm not going to talk anymore about prescriptions and all of that kind of thing. You don't have to have a prescription for minoxidil, ladies. You can get it. It really, really does work. It is very scientifically been studied and proven to work. Okay, there are the neighbor kids. And so, first off, we're going to talk about facial cleansing. And sorry, my dog's going nuts. As we get older, how many of you notice that your pores might be getting bigger? Oh my gosh, me. My pores are going out of control. Baby. Sorry. Just 1 second. I'm sure to lock them up before the waiver pleases. They'll wait at the door for 15 minutes. Control. So, sorry guys. No, they're so cute though. Anyways, so one of the best things I ever found for my pores, ladies, there's lots of them. But one of the best things I ever found to clean my pores out is this charcoal mask by Mary Kay. I'm going to tell you, it's called Clear Proof, and I have very sensitive skin. If you want any of the links for any of this stuff, I don't sell any of this stuff, but if you want the links, let me know. But anyways, this Clear Proof stuff, charcoal mask, it really works. And I have tried drugstore charcoal masks, and they don't work like this. So try it. It is really, really, really good, ladies. That's what it is right there. Have any of you found any masks that you have found that really work? No, that one is a good one for cleaning your pores. And I want to show you guys this because this, this helps clean out your pores. And I try to use really, because I have very sensitive skin, and I try to use very gentle cleansers. I have found that Paula's Choice, I'm going to tell you, I have tried things for years. I bet you I have spent $10,000 on trying to find face products between that and the dermatologist. And this cleanser is really, really good. Unless I'm gonna have to take a note of myself. Sorry, guys. Ladies, I apologize. Good Lord. Okay. Sorry. So one of the things that I got from Paula's Choice is this foaming cleanser. And it is so gentle on my face. I have tried Platinum Skincare. I have tried Rodan and Fields. I have one of those faces where I have tried all this stuff on it, and it usually just makes my skin drier, even if it says for sensitive skin and things like that. And I'm going to tell you what, Paula's Choice, it's very well tested, and people with all kinds of, skin problems use it. It's amazing. But this one, I'm going to tell you what, it does not disturb the good bacteria on your face. Just like we have those good gut bacteria in our tummies, we have good skin bacteria, not all bad. So we don't want to kill all the bacteria on our face. We want to keep the good bacteria. And this one is actually proven to not harm those good face and skin bacteria. So I love this. I think that I was putting too many products on my face that were actually disturbing like the balance of my skin, that balance acidity and all of that stuff. And this doesn't do that. So if y'all have any products, I would love to hear about those as well for your face. You guys have anything?
My
Go
skin
ahead,
is so
Deanna.
sensitive.
I have a product called Monet that it's also a hair product that I've been using for years, and they have just different levels of if you have thinning hair, if you need, regrowth, if you have frizzy hair, all different levels. But they also came out with the skincare line that I've been using for the last 3 years. And I have combination skin, really sensitive skin. And they have hyaluronic acid. They've got a vitamin C serum, but their cleanser, it's the same thing. It keeps that good bacteria in there, kind of to moisturize it. It doesn't like strip your face of, being super squeaky clean.
Yeah.
And then moisturizers. I mean, if you guys are interested in it, let me know. But yeah, it's called Monet, and they have a whole.
Monet. I've heard of Monet. I've heard of it before, but I've never used it.
Yeah.
Nicola, you were going to say something too?
No, I was just gonna say I've got terribly sensitive skin as well. The only cream I can use on my face is stuff for like eczema, like moisturizer for people with eczema. So I'm really curious to try the stuff you've recommended as well, because I don't think it's helping with like making my skin look really nice and glowy and things like that. But so I would like to try something that you've recommended to try and brighten things up a bit. So
I'm going to
yeah.
tell you the best thing that I have ever used in my entire life. And I don't know if you guys use this, but you know how you hear stuff online and you're like, yeah, right. People are like, oh, you got to buy this. It's the best thing I ever used on my face. It's from Paula's Choice. I don't sell it. I don't think you can sell it. You just go on the website and buy it. This is called 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and it is salicylic acid. And I have very sensitive skin, like we keep saying. And I'm going to tell you what, this is what makes my skin look amazing. Because even though I have very sensitive skin and oily, I also have scaly, which is crazy. Like I have oily, scaly skin, and I have big pores and things like that. This one does not hurt my skin, and my skin is so sensitive. So I'm going to tell you that one is amazing. And at first I started using it and I thought, is it working? And I have used this for 2 years. I use it every day of my life, every single evening, and I just rub it into my skin. Some people, I used to just kind of put it on, but now I rub it in because it really cleans out my pores and it has stopped my acne. If I get a little red spot, I can like rub it into there and it will go away. But it doesn't hurt my skin. Anything else I've ever used that makes acne go away, it really just makes my skin red and peel and all that stuff. Guys, I think all skin types could probably use this, but I have looked it up. It is amazing. Really, it really is. So what we need is something that unclogs. This one unclogs and shrinks in large pores. It really does. Smooths and evens your skin tone, and it really does that. And it's like a liquid and not a cream. Okay, so it absorbs into your skin really quickly too. And now I don't put it under my makeup. I used to, but it kind of left me extra shiny. And so instead now I just put it on really good before bed and I kind of rub it all in little circles. It works great. So do you guys have anything that exfoliates? We have different skin types on here, not just mine. Who is dealing with a different skin problem and what do you all do?
So I developed kind of like rosacea, and my pores are also getting bigger. So my sister and my uncle, who's a dermatologist, he recommended this brand called Lancer, and it's like a 3-part system. So the first one is, and I have really sensitive skin. So they have a line for sensitive skin, and it comes with like an exfoliator and then a cleanser and then a moisturizer. So I use that for my hair, for my skin, and I've noticed a really big difference in my pores. Right now I'm sweaty because I just finished working out, so my skin doesn't look super amazing, but I definitely noticed a difference after starting that. And then for my hair, so probably for the last 2 years, I've been dealing with a lot of hair loss, and it is awful. So I finally found Vegamore. I wrote it in the chat, and I buy the hair serum when it comes on sale. And I have so much baby growth right now, so it's really been really promising. It just takes a while. You have to be really patient to see your hair grow back.
Yeah,
so those, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about hair regrowth is you don't know if it's working. You have to keep doing it. You have to be consistent, you know? And I think that's the same with these products that I was telling you about. I would try something and it would just completely inflame my skin, so I'd have to quit using it. But this one right here, I have, like I said, I've used for over 2 years, and of course, I've had multiple bottles, but it has really been like a major miracle with my skin. It really has. It's really changed my skin a lot. One I used to buy was this vitamin C, and it's not a cream, it's like a vitamin C. It comes in this little dropper thing. Now, this is old. I didn't use all of it this time, which is odd. I guess I didn't need it, but um, it's C15. It's also from Paula's Choice. It's really, really good. I used to put that underneath my eyes right here because I get real dry and old. This is where I age like really bad right here under my eyes. And it would make it like I would put it on before makeup. And I try not to put any makeup here because I found that if I put makeup directly under my eyes, it just ages it. You know, it looks okay when you first put it on, but throughout the day, it just dries out. And so I try not to do that. And but that has really helped me too with underneath my eyes. And it doesn't harm your face. You know, it's really gentle, but it really works too. So anybody else have any notes or cream or anything that they like?
No, but can you link those? Because I want to check out that Paula's Choice website because I haven't heard of that. So if you wouldn't mind linking that, because
Yeah.
I'm like you, I'm willing to try it all for my skin.
Me too. I have spent, you know, Rodan and Fields I considered it really expensive. I thought, man, I hear so many great testimonies about it. And I had just spent so much stuff. So I thought years ago, I thought I'll sell it. It's got to be great. And then I'll get a price cut. So I spent like $1,200 to get stuff back together, you know, to sell. And didn't end up selling it at all. And it just didn't work for me, you know, and I thought for sure it would, but it didn't. I've been to the dermatologist for so many years and nothing they ever gave me fixed it, you know? So I was dealing with like little white, they were only really white. They were like, I can't explain the acne. It's so weird. I almost have fluid in it. It's gross. Sorry, I'm not gonna talk about it, but anyway, I don't know what it was. So yeah. So for cleansing, you know, as our skin matures, it becomes drier. It really, really does, and more sensitive. So my skin has changed, and I'm sure a lot of you have had skin changes. So we need to try to avoid those products with harsh chemicals for sure. Okay. And that strip your skin of all the natural oils and all the good bacteria on it and all of that stuff. And Bonnie wrote in here about the medicine that I'm taking, the spironolactone, and she said that it helps with the side effects of testosterone. Yes, it does. When our hormones are out of whack, you know, there's androgens, and they cause, just like men, it causes male pattern hair loss, and in women, you know, when our estrogen drops and our hormones are nuts, then we can have hair loss, and it's a little bit different, pretty similar though, but it has to do a lot with our hormones and body changes. So we want to make sure that we cleanse our faces really gentle. I used to think my face wasn't clean unless I scrubbed the heck out of it. It made it worse. So try to remember, I'm trying to teach myself gentle is better, and allow those gentle cleansers like that black one and this kind of thing, those gentle cleansers to clean your face. You don't have to get inside your pores. You're not going to get inside there. So be really gentle with them. Exfoliation, that's what this does, is a great thing for our skin as we age, you know, because it gets rid of all that dead skin on top. And that really, once we exfoliate, that really helps our skin have that glowy look. Exfoliation, I've got one of those brushes, and I've got some of the, you know, the stuff with rocks in it, it feels like, and and I've got all this stuff to put on my face, and that didn't work for my skin type. Have you guys found any good skin exfoliants that you use that you would like to share? No. Well, like I said, that is I keep saying this one, that's my favorite one. So, moisturizing is a different story, and I didn't understand this, but moisturizing, I've tried, like you, Nicola, I've tried all kinds of stuff, and most things clog my pores. My daughter actually put castor oil on her face, and she heard it would be great. And guess what it did to her face? She is broke out. She was like, Mom, I put castor oil on my face for 2 days. These people say I don't mind how good it was. And guess what? No, her face has never been broke out like that. And she's in her 30s. So she just was like, oh my gosh, she was devastated. But I have castor oil because I will put it on my hair. So castor oil will strengthen your hair follicles. And so it really does. It really does work. Does it help your hair to grow? They say it can if you massage it into your scalp. I want to tell you, it's supposed to help with blood flow. And if you massage it into your scalp, yes, but your hair will be so oily, right? So I will put castor oil on my hair sometimes before I go to bed and wake up with oily hair, so attractive. And other times I will just put it on maybe an hour before I go to the shower, put my hair up in a towel, leave it on there, and then just go wash it out. But I have found that when I use this regular, and it will really help my hair be stronger, not just grow, but be stronger. I also take my eye makeup off with it. I try not to get it on the rest of my face because it can clog your pores, but it really has helped my eyelashes too. And so I know that this really does work. I thought it was just some kind of crazy thing people talk about, but it really does work, but you do have to wash it off. Do you guys have anything that you put on your hair that besides that kind of oil and stuff like that? So there's another one, Moroccan argan oil. It doesn't do as good for me as the castor oil, and it depends on your hair type because we all have different hair types. But I found that this takes my fuzzy away, right? So I can put a little bit on my hands and kind of rub it together, and it helps take some of the fuzzy out of my hair. I have got such fuzzy hair, and I know you can look at a woman from behind and almost tell her age because her hair is fuzzy, right? When we start getting into menopause and perimenopause, I'm like, oh, you can see her from behind and she might look like she's 30 in her body or 20. And then you see her hair and you're like, yeah, she's 50. You can just tell. So when we take care of things like that, it helps us look younger. So moisturizing, look for creams with hyaluronic acid, if I can say that right, ceramides and peptides. They help hydrate the skin and they help improve your elasticity of your skin. We definitely need to get our water in too, right? Sun protection, I always thought that was stupid. It is very important. Oh my gosh. How many of you guys used to lay out in the sun and bake with we put baby oil on, like we were trying to bake. How many of you did that? Did you guys wear baby oil, olive oil, any kind of oil you could get? Yeah, me too. So don't do that anymore. Quit doing it. Make sure that you are using Paula's Choice has a great one. I didn't bring it in here, but it has she has some that go under your makeup for your face. Doesn't break my face out either. I don't know what it is about her products. They are the most amazing products I've ever used on my skin. So for my face, make sure you're getting sun protection on your neck and even right here, because it's really important. And a lot of times I think I don't need it, this raining, I've made it such a habit now to put it on my face and my décolleté, whatever you call it, décolleté, I don't know how to say it. I'm from the country, ladies, your chest. And I put it on there and it really has helped me. I still have some brown spots and things like that. But I'm doing my best to fight it, I'm headed towards 60, so hey, doing my best. And another thing besides, besides just sun protection, you want to look into it. You want to make sure that you have a broad spectrum SPF for sure. to protect your skin against harmful UV rays. I have myself all kinds of notes here. I'm not even going to get to all of them. Retinoids are really important for your skin. I've tried those. I can't seem to find one that works with my skin. Have you guys had retinoids or retinols that work for you? Like Retin-A, you guys use Retin-A at all?
I used to have Retin-A when I was younger and had really bad acne, and that really got my skin with. I think that's why my skin's so sensitive now, because I don't know if it just messed my skin up. But I don't really
Yeah.
have many wrinkles, so I don't know if that's also helped with wrinkles. I don't know.
It could have. Retin-A is really, really great for your skin. If you go on YouTube, there's lots of people who have used it for 20 something years and their skin looks amazing. There's this one lady on there, I think she's close to 70 now, and she has used it for 25 or 30 years, Retin-A. It's doctor prescribed though. But my skin is so sensitive, I've tried every type of Retin-A that I can think of. It's very expensive. Because I had acne, my insurance did pay for most of that. And so I thought it was such a blessing, but I can't use it. My skin just it never gets past the shedding part. It's just like all the time, just flaking. And for months and months in, I'm still flaking. So I had to quit using it. But I'm going to tell you, ladies, it is a great skin product if you can get it. And a lot of times insurance might cover it if you've got some acne or things like that. So look into that, retinols and retinoids. Uh-huh.
Hey,
Go
it's
ahead.
Roberta. I use Retin-A, but I've used before, instead of it being the powerful or strong form of Retin-A, it is a retinaldehyde, which is like one chemical exchange below Retin-A. It's a company called Osmosis, and it's he's a dermatologist, I think. And he's created this line, and it's phenomenal. I mean, you don't get the redness, the peeling, the flaking with this, and supposedly get the same outcome that you do when you use Retin-A. So, you all might want to check that out. It's called Osmosis.
Osmosis. Yeah, we'll check it out. Your skin looks amazing, Roberta. So yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Do you use it once
I've been
a
using
day?
Retin-A for years.
Did you?
Yes. Yes.
Do you use it just once a day, that osmosis stuff?
Oh, well, what I've been doing is I use Retin-A at night, and then I've been using the Osmosis brand. I think it's called Renew. He has different levels also. I'm sorry, I'm driving. And just like you get in Retin-A itself, you have like a 0.025 or a 0.05 and a like 0.01 or whatever. He has the different levels also, but I use it during the day. You can use it during the day, but you don't.
Wow.
I mean, your skin doesn't get sensitive like it does when you use the Retin-A. You're not supposed to be in the sun when you have the Retin-A on and all that kind of stuff, but you don't get that reaction with the Osmosis.
That's good. Thanks for sharing that. That's really good. So face oils, these kind of throw me off because you know what? Face oils are one oil that might work for one woman, won't work for another one. And I haven't found any face oils that work for me whatsoever. They scare me a little bit because it makes my skin break out. And I just don't want to get back into that cycle. You know, it's like a cycle I have to try to break. But if you guys have any face oils that work for you, I'd love to hear about it. So what I've studied says that if we use face oils, it's probably better than like a cream to put on our face most of the time, like just a cream to just kind of soften it up. So the face oils that are that in my research that are saying that work the best for women are the jojoba oil, the rose hip oil, and the argan oil. Now, argan is what I put on my hair sometimes. I didn't know you could put it on your face. I'm not sure I'd want to try that, but I might sometime just to see what happens if my skin is extra dry. So I might try that. For hair, let's just touch on, go ahead.
sorry to interrupt, but it's
No, go.
interesting. I'm taking an esthetician class for dogs because I'm a dog groomer part-time, right? So I'm in this
Ah.
class and they were talking about oils and I got it wrong on the test. That's why I remember this. Rosehip oil, camellia oil, and jojoba oil all have anti-aging properties. So, and they're fine for us to use. I mean, this is a class for dogs, skin and hair for dogs, but it applies to people too. So rosehip oil, jojoba oil, and camellia oil, and argan oil. But the camellia oil and the primrose oil, they said as well, has anti-aging properties.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you so much for sharing that. So one thing, ladies, that I have found that has, just before we go, if you have something that you want to share before we go, because I still have lots of stuff, but I'm not going to get to it. But I want to share one more thing that I did not do enough of, cut my hair. And I didn't trim it up enough. So I went and I saw my mom in Ohio, and my mom decided at the age of 70, she was going to let her hair get long. And my mom has really fine hair like me. Now, when she was young, believe it or not, my family, if you look at me, I look like my father. Okay. I have his coloring, light skin, light eyes, blonde hair, and light skin. But my family on the other side is American Indian, and very much
like
so.
my family.
I look like Wade's family, yes, blonde hair, blue eyed, Dutch, and oh, that's where we are, Welsh, and
Third cousin.
yeah, Wade and I look alike. So, but that's my daddy's side of the family. My mom had jet black hair, and she had light skin, but she's an American Indian. My grandmother's mother was a full-blooded Chickasaw Indian. And so my grandmother had black eyes, and she's the one that I always say Bod Babes All Pink was about her. She's the most amazing, one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my entire life. I loved my grandmother. But why was I saying that? Why was I saying blonde hair? Oh, my mother decided she was not going to cut her hair. And she had gray hair, and she was going to let it grow, and it looked awful. She looked like worse than Albert Einstein. She looked like it was all fuzzy. So ladies, make sure to trim your hair. We want it to grow longer, and I have just realized that I want it to grow longer, but I also don't want it to look like my mom's did that. So cut it. My mom has since cut her hair, and she looks so much better. And it's just because, it breaks off, and it's, so if you get that hair and you're used to having long hair, it's hard to cut it a little bit. You don't have to cut it all the way up, but just cut it to where it's not broke off, because it just ages you so much. And some of y'all, like Shirley, look like you don't have that problem. Shirley sitting over there with this thick hair. I'm like, I got a quarter of what you've got, Shirley. Must be nice. So, ladies, don't be afraid to cut it. So I started getting my hair just barely trimmed every 6 weeks. I don't cut a lot of it off, but she calls it dusting the ends. And I'm still trying to let my hair grow, and it is growing, because I did have it down to here. Then I chopped it off, clear up to here, I thought, I'm healing this hair. I can't take it anymore. And it just breaks off. And so I've grown it from here to here in the last probably 2 years. So it's slow. My hair grows really slow. But anyway, anything you guys have to say about that, or anything else before we go?
I just thank you for sharing all the products. I'm going to go and look into them, because I'm in desperate need of assistance for hair and skin. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I am glad to share it. I trial and error, man. It's so expensive to trial and error, and to wonder, does it really work? And just go out there. I appreciate all of you sharing as well. And before we go, I just want to say, if you are not in the accountability group, holy cow, woman, whoever you are listening right now, which if it applies to you, that accountability group is amazing. Holy cow. So anyways, join it. You can always join it. We are just we've had people share their whys, and they're some of the most incredible stories I've ever read. I mean, just incredible, why they're fighting for their best self. Just incredible women. So I love it. And I'm so proud of everyone in that group. And I'm so proud of all of you, actually. So have a great night. Thanks for sharing your Halloween night with me. Sorry about my crazy dog and me being all frustrated. So you guys have a great night. Great talking to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, hon. I'll put the links for all these products up too. Bye, y'all.